Whoa. You know, I know no one knows where I'm at right now, but this is one of my favorite spots in town. Some people might be able to take a guess, probably not though. Coffee pot. Uh, anyway, I saw the video that Leo posted, and as much as I want to be mad at him because he clipped a bunch of stuff like out of context and like stuff, you know, I'm glad he threw something together. He hasn't done a single thing on his own ever, and I mean that I'm just proud of that itself. And like the way he was talking at the end there, like that was, you know, kind of made me start to shed a tear. You know, it's just kind of crazy sometimes. And yeah, I don't know. I had a really bad start to my night going out trying to hit the Labor Day dashes. Uh Ended up getting pinged for a crazy order. It would have taken like an hour and a half, but it was just like off rip, like a $40 order, like pretty far away. And I was like, you know what? It's like 2 a.m. I'm gonna be getting double Taco Bell orders for $8 all night. So I'm gonna take that one. At least I can like kind of coast for a minute, whatever. And the dude called me and was like I was probably like, I don't know, 8 minutes away from the pizza place, and then it was gonna be another like at least 40 minutes to drive it to him. And he's calling me. I can't hear him. It was like the word. It sounded like he was on like a freaking like one of those brick phones, or like, God help us all, BlackBerry or something. Like it was so like I could not hear him, and like maybe he was out in the country. I don't know how that affects the sound quality though. Like it was so bad. Like I couldn't hear him. The only thing I was able to make out was at the end. Like he was asking me if I would get it there by 2:45 a.m. I got pinged for the order at 2:10, and it like even if I picked up the pizza at 2:10, it wasn't getting to him by 2:45. And so he's like, what's your ETA? And I'm like, I have no idea, man. Like they could not have the pizza ready when I get there. Like there's like pizza places are always slow, especially late at night when there's like, college kids ordering, and then like you're ordering it out to the countryside. Like, okay, like whatever. And he's like, so is it gonna be here by 2:45? And like it was a big order. Like I'm sure that like he left a decent tip on it, but he was just like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna cancel it. And I was like, because I told him like it'll probably get there like 3:05 at the earliest, like unless I speed, which I won't. But like I was just making it, making a point. And he was just like, okay, I'm gonna cancel the order. And I was like, wait, no, what? What? Like, what's the difference between getting your pizza at 2:45 and like 3:15? I don't get that. Like, are you falling asleep like at 2:40? I don't know, man. But it was just a really shitty start to everything. And then on top of that, DoorDash had some weird update, and like it's probably because I signed up for the beta testing stuff, which like you don't even get anything extra. It's just like I think you're like a guinea pig or something. I don't know why I signed up for it. It probably has nothing to do with it, but everything's resized and it's wrong. And so like the decline button is like tucked under like my notification bar at like the top of my thing. So I have to like, there's like 2 rows of pixels that I can tap, and I need it to register in order to hit the button. Not very safe when you're like, if you're parked, it's fine. But like if you're taking, if you're trying to snag an order while driving, it's like, hazardous at that point instead of like just really quick. And I was talking to the help team, and I wish I could record one of those conversations. Especially the one I had on the phone, because I mean, it is the most patronizing thing. And I understand with customer service, like you got to tell them the troubleshooting steps. But like when I go, hey, I've got a tech problem, what's going on? And they go, have you tried resetting your phone? Did you try clearing the app's cache? Did you try uninstalling, reinstalling the app? They even recommended I change my password. I was like, you guys are idiots. What does changing my password have to do with the size of your app? It was one way, and then after an update, it's this way. It could be anything. My cheat with it was I just turned up the font size and like the display size, everything. So that way, like instead of 2 rows of pixels, there's like 10 rows of pixels on the buttons that I can kind of work with, which is a little more workable. But I also feel like, you know, it's like a what are those things called? Like those, like it was like iPads before iPads, like the leapfrog things. You know what I'm talking about? That kind of, they kind of remind me of a Switch a little bit, actually. Well, but they were closer to like a giant Game Boy, I guess. Yeah. But you know, the sun's coming up. So what I decided to do was I was so pissed off at DoorDash because I talked to 2 different people who all told me the same thing. And then when I was on the phone with the lady, I was like, hey, I have heard every single basic ass, you know, tech solution. So if you can tell me something different than like these things that I list, I'm willing to hear it, but please do not tell me to close the app and open it back up again, because I'm not a 60-year-old having a problem with an app right now, okay? I could write you a better app maybe not right now on my own, but like I swear to God I could. Holy buckets, dude. It pissed me off. And so like, and then on top of that, like I couldn't even decline the bad orders I was getting, so it just kept like pausing my dash because it was like, oh, you didn't accept this order, so we're gonna pause your dash because clearly you're not paying attention. And it's like, you know, it's a fair system that way, but then like given the situation, it's just like, oh, that's whatever. There was only like 1 order I would have taken anyway, but I was fuming about it because it was right after the Uber order, and basically like I burnt an hour and driving towards the pizza place, and the guy pissed me off because he was just like, oh yeah, it's not gonna be here by 2:45. Can it? Get it out. Annoying. Just annoying. But so I decided I'm gonna go rip legs because I am so pissed off right now. There is no level of any, like there's not an order I'm gonna get that's gonna turn around how I'm feeling right now. You know, I'm sure there's a number, but like there was nothing that was gonna make me go, oh, I'm happy to bring someone their food right now when I feel like absolute, you know, like less than a person. I don't know, it's just really inconsiderate of the guy to just like cancel the order because I got compensated 0. Maybe people think, you know, if I had gotten to the pizza place or whatever, I think I may have been able to get something, but like even then it would have been like practically nothing. I know DoorDash sometimes does half, but like good luck with that because it costs you like 15 minutes to do it anyway. You could have done another order. Depends on stuff, right? This is why I wanted to make the 10.99 napkin website, because like there's a lot of little things that would be helpful to know, and like I'm not trying to gatekeep that information. Like it's freaking, it's given once you do it enough, right? Like taking a, right, people go like, oh, like $1 per mile, $2 per mile, like, oh, good luck with that. Like the reality is when you're dashing at night or like when it's busy, you need to factor in where you're going, because if I gotta go 3 miles to downtown, that's gonna take longer than going 10 miles like to the country. It just is. And like it's gonna put more miles on my car. Guess what? I thought ahead and got a car where I don't really care about how many miles I put on it. This thing's gonna run forever. It's not a Toyota, but it is. It's not a Toyota, but it is. Oh, it's a Mazda. Sorry, I feel like I should have said that. Not to flex my 2013 Mazda on you like that. Oh, but dude, the old 4Runner was sick. I used to have a beanbag in the back, and then like I'd have the middle row down, so I could just like hop in the back, like, you know, stretch out. Like people would just see my shoes up in the front seat, and I'd be in their office park, just like, what up? I'm the guy that brings you your pizza, like, you know, whatever. But yeah, so obviously sun's coming up. Sunday, it sucked because like everything around here doesn't open till 7 unless I wanted to go to IHOP, and like I had done some IHOP orders and I'm like, I don't want to go to IHOP. Like, I don't know. Even though the girl working the counter was kind of cute and maybe she was feeling me a little bit, maybe I was feeling her a little bit, probably not. Coffee pot, whatever. I'm pretty sure she's like 10 years older than me anyway, but didn't want to go to IHOP. I went to like my most memorable breakfast spot growing up, that I always loved going to, and there was a family in there, a solo, and me, another solo, and it was really chill. Talking to the waitress. My grandma worked at this place for like 20 years. I forget where Zoomers technically end in like, or whatever, but like, I remember going to that place and like, passive aggressively coughing and being like, like as I'd walk into the smoking section to go use the bathroom, because of course, why would they put the smoking section away from the bathroom? Just make everyone walk through the smoke. That's genius. Dude, imagine smoking on a plane. That's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. But different times, like seatbelts, like I don't even want to go into the lobbying that was done to be like, seatbelts are an infringement on your on your right as an American, and just all this shit that it took way too long to get seatbelts. Of course, on buses they had to figure out seatbelts aren't that safe or aren't safer or whatever, but I'd be willing to bet that like maybe they are. I don't know. Like I feel like we could test that one again. Maybe we should retry that one. I don't know. But yeah, really good breakfast. They make these enormous omelets, like they're the size of Leo, basically, his shell anyway. And I still got a little bit here, but I was starving. Like I got done working out, did embarrassingly low numbers on like squats and RDLs and all my shit or whatever, but even though like I don't think I've ever really been an ego lifter, and anytime I have, I've most definitely hurt myself. So like I've just been trying to be more like, instead of like squatting to like squat more weight or whatever, what if you just like squatted to like get down as low as possible and then try to get up, and like, just start with the bar and then like work your way up. I wasn't squatting the bar, for the record. Okay, I'm not, I know what I'm doing. Some of you might not think so. I don't got anything to prove to anybody. I don't need to flex my athletic prowess anywhere. I don't need to flex how whenever I'm hanging out with athletes, they go, "Hey man, you'd be really good at my sport," and I'm like, "Oh, you're right, dude. Let's get after it." The devil's done some talks with me. He's trying to get me to, join his pickleball league. I told him pickleball's for boomers. Come hoop. Oh, honestly, I can't right now. I'm so full. These omelets are huge. The Porky Pig, ham, bacon, sausage, so much cheese, 5 or 6 eggs. If it's 5 eggs, dude, they're like extra large jumbo double yolk eggs. I swear, they're like the ones my grandma used to make. But yeah, the only thing I had after my workout though was as I was walking out, it was like, "Hey, do you want to go like 10 miles and drop off a Speedway order?" And literally, I didn't want to do it, but I did it because I was about to go to a Speedway just around the corner, and I was like, you know what? I'll get a chocolate milk at that Speedway and just do it that way. And I got my chocolate milk. I said what's up to the solo dude working there. I like late night interactions with workers like that, because like that's the kind of person I am as well. And I always like when people are like nice and they're not like freaking assholes, which like a lot of like Uber drivers and like Dashers can be. I'm sure customer service that has dealt with me would say that about me. That's fine. But you know, they get paid to be like, oh, have you tried resetting your phone? They're getting paid during that time. I'm not even able to accept an order on my phone, and they're trying to tell me, you know, how to do stuff. Just annoying. Yeah. But as the sun's coming up, man, it's just a really good day. Obviously, I need to go sleep, but I could not believe some of those videos Leo clipped in there. Like when I saw myself, like you have to understand when I was recording them, like it was more real than how it feels in church when everyone's singing the hymns. It was more real than if, you know, I don't know, it felt like breathing the air. Just nothing's ever felt like that. And like to see myself lost in it, and like obviously he mentioned some stuff got left out. Cool. I'm glad he didn't go that much further, because like it gets scary, man. And like it's all fun and games when it's fun and games. But it gets dark. And it gets flip-floppy. And you don't want to see me get flip-floppy. Not again. And you know, probably staying up and dashing after, like, you know, I did lay down for a bit before coming out and stuff, but like, you know, the sun's up now. Like, when did I sleep? And it's like, oh hey, these are things that, you know, not getting a lot of sleep and staying up, it seems like something that could land you in a weird headspace spat. And it probably is. But I was just very taken aback by Leo's video. Obviously, even though I made it, right? Like I'm like kind of sucking my own dick right now, and like I totally acknowledge that, but I'm still here. And there are a lot of timelines where I'm not. And I don't know if there were bot comments, but you know, I'm not making another car video just because that one got like some views or something. But like, there were some heartfelt messages that I got from just random people. Maybe they were bots. Probably they were bots. Who knows? But it just felt, I don't know. It was cool. It like made me go, oh shit, dude. Like I gotta, you know, I gotta go program, and then I gotta work so that way I can figure out like another video to make. And then like, you know, I feel like I'm kind of in the flow of stuff. And one of the videos that Leo clipped was when I said that, you know, at one point I thought I was happy, but I was really just busy. And like I feel decently busy right now, but like not actually. Like I have stuff to do, but like I put all the pressure on myself to do it now. Like get it all done now. Like I got forever. I got what, 8 plus, oh, where's the calculator? 56. I'm not I do like the math trolling though. I have 56 months before my, you know, my monstrosity of a disaster game comes out, and I can actually like try to give Pokemon a run for its money. But I'm still on Snake, and honestly, like there's still some core things in JavaScript that I don't exactly understand, which is why I kind of took a break from it and like actually went to Godot, because I was like, dude, I'm getting hung up on JavaScript I should be hung up on a freaking actual problem, not freaking free code camp. And so like that's what I want to end on. Don't get caught up doing the practice. Get caught up doing the thing that you're trying to do. If you're playing guitar, don't get caught up playing the same song over and over again. Get caught up. Maybe you learn a couple chords or something. I don't know guitar. Maybe just play a couple chords and like, freestyle something. That's what I try to do in Rocket League with my brother. I get so frustrated sometimes when we're playing just because I have way more experience than him. But like, it's on me for like being an asshole sometimes about it, instead of just being like, dude, I should just be trying to freestyle. I should be trying to, set him up a little more instead of like take over and like ball hog and stuff to like, because that would probably statistically be the best thing or whatever. But no, it's not the most fun thing. It's how you play the game.